Hi, in this video we're going to have a look at using the free software Audacity to make a podcast. Hello and welcome to episode 57 of my podcast. Now, middle bit content, brilliant. So there we go. See you on the next one. Bye. Okay, so that's our recording done, and we've got music, voiceover, and then we can just bounce that down to an MP3 file and you can upload your podcast to your hosting provider. So let's have a look at how to make that from scratch in Audacity. Okay, so here we are in a blank project in Audacity, and the big blue area here is where we're going to record our tracks of audio and mix them together. I've got my microphone connected to a Scala interface, and that's selected here as the input device. And we're going to record one mono track, and then the output device is selected here, and my headphones are connected to that. So to record a track in Audacity, all you need to do is just hit record or press R on your keypad. So here we go. Okay, and you can now see we are recording, and you can see the waveform. And I can adjust the level, and if I push it too much, and there we go, you can see we're clipping, and it very helpfully puts these red bars to show that you're clipping. It's really handy. So let's just drop it down a little bit, and then let's record the intro, the middle bit, and the ending. Hello, and welcome to podcast 57. And then content, blah, 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 brilliant. And then the ending. Okay, that's all for now. Thanks for listening. Okay, so we've got our voiceover recorded. Now, there's a very useful button here to fit the project to your screen. So we can just hit that, and then we'll see all of the voiceover that we just recorded. And I think our program started here. Hello, and so with the select tool selected, we're going to just wipe back and select all of that stuff and get rid of it. And then we can just trim the end. Now, one thing it's worth noting when you're using Audacity is that suppose you had edited off the hello at the beginning. And so the program started, and welcome to podcast. And then you went on, you didn't notice, and you went on, you made some edits, did a bit of silence here, a bit more silence there, and then maybe we added music. And then you noticed that you chopped the hello off. Now, you might think you could just move that region and then change the beginning of that region to peel it back so we could get back to the hello. But unfortunately, you can't do that in Audacity. The only way to get back to your hello is to use the undo command. But obviously, to get to the hello, you've got to go back through all the other edits that you just made and undo them. So we go back, 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 and there we are. We've got our hello back. Now, if you've done a lot of editing, that could be quite a lot of time wasted. So the workaround in Audacity is to make a safety copy of your audio before you start editing. So if we make a safety copy of this audio before we start editing it, then we've always got a copy that we can go back to. So let me just show you what I mean. This is our main voiceover. Hello, and we just basically top and tailed it, but we haven't done any editing on it yet. So let's just make a safety copy of that. So we're going to go to track, add new, mono, and we're going to click in the track box of the audio that we've recorded and just select all of that audio, copy, come down to this new track, select that one, paste, and then we are going to mute that. Just going to name it safety. I can't spell safety. And then we can minimize that track, and then we can even move it up to the top. And then no matter what editing we do to our audio, we know that we've always got the original up here if we want to go back to beg, borrow and steal some audio from it. So later on, if you wanted to come back and get that hello, you could just come up here, copy that, and come wherever you wanted to go with it and paste it in. There it is. Hello. So that's a good tip. Make a safety copy of your audio before you start editing. So we've got our voiceover edited. We've got the intro. We've got our content, which obviously yours is going to be a lot longer, and it'll include different bits of audio, interviews maybe, etc. And then we've got our ending. So in this example, all we're just going to do now is add some music at the beginning and the end. So to add a music track, we can go to File, Import, Audio. Now I know this track I've got ready is on the desktop, so there it is. Let's bring that in. It's coming muted for some reason. Let's just trim that. I'm just going to drop the level of the music slightly, just on this gain control here, because it's quite loud. Let's have a quick listen. Hello, and welcome to podcast. So I want that voiceover to start just after the crescendo is finished in that music track. So basically just about here, and then we'll be able to hear it clearly. So that's right. Hello, and welcome to, just move it forward slightly. That's great. And then I'm going to copy that music. Go to the selection tool, copy, and I'm going to add it at the end, just as the voice is finishing, about there. Paste that in, use our fit project to the screen again. Let's just come back. Okay, that's all for now. Thanks for listening. Great, and that's it. That's the podcast finished. So we've got a music intro, voiceover, edited, ending, and then this music outro. So to save that as a podcast, we need to export it or bounce it as a stereo MP3 file. So to do that, we go to File, Export, and Export as MP3. There we go. Give it a title. Let's call it PD57. Go into the desktop, MP3 files, and then save. So that has basically mixed down that voiceover, which was a single mono track, the music, which was a stereo track. It's mixed them together as one stereo MP3 file. And then we can go and find that on the desktop, which is here, PD57. Hello, and welcome to podcast 57. Okay, so that's the podcast exported to a stereo MP3 file, and you can now upload that to your podcasting service, your website, wherever you keep your podcasts, and you're good to go. Okay, thanks for watching.